we get to 40 subscribers and 3 live viewers, I'll start recording my own ECG, put it on the recording on the screen. But first thing first, we need to fix a few things on biomedical.com. I think last time we haven't. Yeah, the site looks a bit different. We haven't made an update. No. These things don't scale at all. Nice width. You probably can go 160, say. Yes, resize 160. Hopefully, eventually, this will work better on a smaller screen. Can resize this. One is okay. I don't know if a mobile screen will be about this much. Should resize as well down to 160. Should be 160. Probably go 40. Or 20. Yeah, 20 is okay. And this one in the 20s. Well, right. This one goes up to 300. Oops. We moved the indicator for white noise and put stationary. So this tells if the signal is stationary or not. This tells if it's white noise or not. So it's really this. We have yeah, uniform. Right. So when you do a normally distributed noise, both white noise and stationary comes up sometimes. Oh, wait, it's actually on uniformly distributed noise. They both come out. There's a problem. if this refresh um, wave. Seems like there's like a delayed reaction. Allow no selection, no. Allow no selection, no. No. Control indicator multiple items, no. Um, save that. Right, those are the default options. Select the uniform distributed, no. And in this case, when you click on it again, it should just be the same as hitting refresh button. Don't understand why this indicator doesn't work. Another thing to troubleshoot, isn't it? It's weird. There's another. It doesn't just doesn't seem to work, this thing. Obviously, these three are working okay, and the uniform white voice is the same as. Yeah, it's slightly different. There's like a frequency range is not quite the same. Something. Right, so this new logo indicates that this particular page was updated. It also has the YouTube and Patreon on the right there. And what do we need to do before we can publish this? There's some spectral entropy papers being added at the bottom. Will be some sort of summary. Yeah, so Eunice and Kurtosis. Right, so these two charts, they have mean and then the confidence levels. I think it's 95 percentile upper and lower. So essentially, it means that why? Yeah, hover over does work. When you hover over with your mouse, it will show the actual reading. So no, because I was worried that it's too close to zero, but no, there's actually a reading there. And this essentially means that the confidence is lower than here, where the confidence is higher. And here again, the confidence is lower again for whatever. So this will change throughout the session as you choose different waveform inputs. Ooh. Just, yeah, there's something not quite right when you if when switching the first, just some technical aspects. This -1 in the event structure means that it never times out, so it actually never gets to this stage. And and this state 0 will just essentially on any change on the display. Those, by the way, are not input buttons. Those are just output, just indicator, um, not an input thing. Where my live stream analytics is playing up. Yeah, for some reason it's showing different things in different places. Uh, anyway, back to this. Yeah, this seems to be a bug of some sort on refresh. So the thing about most of the signals are just fixed. I want to see how it looks like in a browser. Yeah, so um, it's weird as if uh, give like a different answer on the first iteration. Just some sort of first iteration problem. Oops. I think we have 50. Yeah, we have 40 subscribers. That's awesome. And we have 3 viewers. And I said at the beginning of the stream that if we will have 3 viewers and 40 subscribers, then I'll start recording my own EEG. So I have this National Instruments. It's a USB 6215 thing. It's pretty old because it has still the old logo. Put this on the side and I'll start setting this up. I don't know if you can see it or not. Yeah, so that's the old National Instrument, and I have some latest electrodes. Should have some fresh ones somewhere. But to begin with, those were obviously used before. One just fell off. Wasn't there four? Let's see, three. Oh no, there are just three. Because one, okay, so one is the reference. Which one is the reference? So the reference is connected to, so we're using analog input on the USB DAC. A reference must be this one that is sitting there by itself. And so reference can be on the neck or, well, anywhere really. So I'll just I can do it with the headphones on. And this has some sort of conductive gel on it. Just take them all off. Let's see if we can put it on. We need different tape. We reuse this tape maybe. That would be a reference electrode, which is not shorting together, are they? The standard arrangement is like I can put, just one sec, I'll take the headphones off. See if this works, if they actually stay on. And obviously I haven't prepared my skin or anything, so the recording would be pretty average. But yeah, I can feel the just oops, sorry for the microphone. I can feel they're on now, and we had a so this is my APIs are in Labview, but I also had the an EG setup. Don't remember where it was. Right, so that's would be the USB DAC. So that's version of 1. And I have the spectrogram, and that's the source code for it. And I need to set it up. Well, first I need to turn it on. If I normally right, is that it? That could be just is it 50 hertz? Is it the one? Just run it if that works. Just put the source code here. This window there. So not much 50 hertz there is even. Yeah, so you can see it's 35 hertz, is a bit odd. The 10 hertz actually is a good indicator that is EEG. And do I have the the reference is actually sitting, well, it is recording something of myself. So that's great. So I'm gonna just leave it on this screen. Just have another window in in OBS or something. Instead of the logo on the left, I'll just display the EEG, but this will need to make this smaller somehow. Sure. Looks some sort of like some sort of artifact. This yeah, there's a notch filter. Maybe that's why I'm not seeing the. Yeah, and that 35. What? Um, that should be the right. That should be the original one, and this one is the filtered. This one. Ah, right, filtering. Green. Ah, right. There's a green in the background there. So green and that's green and white at the same. The different types of filters. Red one, second one, and right. Second, the red one was that. Need this window to scale. Anyway, that this would need a lot of work, and is there point putting it on the website? Not really, because this data is local. Anyhow, so it's doing 1,000 samples. It's this filter. No, I don't want to change that. Seems like that comb filter, the notch filter at 35. Why is it 35 hertz anyway? Anyhow, this looks like there's a small amount of EEG in there. So if I jump around, probably I'll have a large low frequency component. Automated. Close this for a sec. Let's stop. The stop button doesn't want to work. Should be a delay in here, isn't there? There should be an event structure. Yeah. Anyway, there's a lot of work that can be done there. But yes, just that we will be um, recording my EG. Let this side for a second. And yes, we need to store it to file. And yes, once stored into file, it then can display it on the side. We changed the back to the. Just go back to the side. We changed the overview. That's already up and running online. And we're just making more changes to this. I said if there would be 40 subscribers, which I do, which I just had 40 subscribers, and the live stream will be watched by 3 people. I'll start record my own EEG. So, which I had, what is it? I had like 4 people viewing at some stage, and then I can show you here how the YouTube analytics looks like. So that's the peak. I don't know. So yeah, it says here 5 views. Without that doesn't matter. What matters is, well, yeah, how many people are watching right now. So yeah, I had 4 at some stage. Then 3 for what? 5? What is it? 5 minutes? 3, 4, about 10 minutes or so. Must have been the same person who just subscribed. So I said when we have all that, we will do EEG recording, and this is the signal. This is what's being recorded from this two electrodes. Looks like there is actually EEG. I don't know what these lines are all about. Right, this better. Talk this for us to improve this thing a lot. But yes, it is done that make specific data operations. And to oh come on. Is the automated thing being turned on by default or something? Well, anyhow, just leave it as is. In the meantime, we have some alpha bands. So in theory, when I close my eyes or something, well, first, if I remove Oop, did this one just fall off? I know it's still there. First we can unplug it from here. So that's nothing coming through, that's just some noise. It's like me unplugging the electrodes from the duct, and this is plugging them back. Like this, and this one is probably is some noise, but that around 10 hertz, that's probably is EEG. Anyway, I'll do more. Yeah, this is basic standard EEG recording. But yes, it's something's wrong with it. So yes, we could improve. We need to do several things. Store this data to file, sort out the proper filtering, make sure we can stop this. Currently, the stop button doesn't work. Red is the second. Red is the output of this filter, so I'll just ignore it. The first one, the white one, so actually the filtering is not doing much. Uh, so the green is the original. Okay, we can at least do this. Box to move the red one. Right. So that's the 35 hertz. So, well, you uh, in 1 second you have probably like 35 oscillations in there. And that's why you get this 35 hertz component, which is not EEG. It's probably this filtering about. Well, interestingly enough, the green one is the original one and the white is the filtered thing, and there's not much difference between them. So actually, these filters are not doing a lot. This one, um, so percent alpha band, the blue one, is like 80. It's sitting at like 80, 70 to 80%. If I close my eyes or something, you have to let me know if this percent should go up. I don't know, did it go up? If it didn't, then well, probably the location of the electrodes ideally should be at the back of the head for this type of experiment. This one's just, yeah, we can test. So yeah, when you move the leads, you get the slow wave, just a motion artifact. It's not too bad when I'm not shaking the lead, even if I move a bit, it's still okay. And the reason I believe there's some EEG in it, it's not in those bigger oscillations. It's actually embedded in the signal there is because there's power in the alpha band. So this in theory should tell you like how much if I'm like focusing or concentrating on something or whatever. It should go up and down. So there is that, just to make things a bit more interesting. But the main reason we are here is to update our website. So that, as I said, the new logo on the page indicates what the website is all about. It also has YouTube and Patreon links. Please check them out. Well, if you're watching this on YouTube, you already know of the YouTube channel, but yes, if you want to support this channel, check out the Patreon as well. But also for me, it indicates, the new logo indicates that that the page I'm currently working on is updated. And last time, so we hit the mean and standard deviation display for the current reading. What we also want to do, so for example, here we just tested the mean and standard deviation between EEG and ECG. So this first bit, first half is EEG, and the second half is ECG. So that could be quite handy to see. You can tell that the, just zoom in on this, that the mean confidence essentially is higher. So higher confidence for the ECG signal in terms of the mean of the signal. So it's essentially more consistent throughout this period of time. And same for standard deviation. It became lower, about like halved itself, and the confidence limit smaller. What does it mean? Perhaps that it's a more stable signal. I almost lost my microphone. I don't know why. Yeah, if I turn on some feedback to the microphone, I can hear myself a bit, then the headset doesn't turn itself off, which is quite handy. I don't know why it just keeps on, considering it knows I'm talking to it into the microphone. But yeah, what can you do? Anyway, so for us to get something publishable, we want to turn skewness and kurtosis into the same graph. So you have like an over time measurement. So we essentially repeat this one. One of those graphs, we call it kurtosis. We place it here. We do the same thing. And this into a shift register. We initialize the shift register, bring that one here. We set the size, the column index, and we set the input, the new element into skewness and kurtosis. The output goes there. Now, in this case, we'll have only two plots. So one of them can leaps, we get blue. See if this is working. So, because in this case we're showing the actual value and then minimum maximum. And this indicated the actual value is red and the upper lower percentile are blue. So when we display skews and kurtosis, this probably should be in different color altogether. So one of them can be red, but the other, so it's not being confused with upper or lower limit, should just change to a different color. So it shouldn't be green. Just be black or something. Yeah, black and red. And can we display? It doesn't show. First one will be skewness. The second one. Doses and the third one, I don't know why is it even there. Check. EG. Just from, say, 0 to 30. Which is the if we go this screen in OBS. Oops. Yeah, we need to improve this thing a lot. Show this. Bring up play image, add window. side. I just need to rearrange my stuff. Do-do-do-do-do. Minimize this. Oh, whoop, the power. Pitch. Capture. Like, poo, poo, poo. To rearrange this thing that the percentiles are on top. Give a sec. Delta theta alpha. Right. This looks better. Where's the... I have it on my... This would be... This is my EEG. Would be all the other stuff should be on another VI. Yeah, so that's a separate window on my... Yeah, so that's the EEG of my head displayed above the subscribe button there. I have the same... is being 0, 5, and 4. Value on hover is the 1. Something wrong with the API. One sec, have the NBN to unplug my electrodes. I'll put them up here. Just one sec. Anyway, we're having a problem. So I was just saying I'm recording here on my right is the current EEG. And the current problem we're having is that it's not switching. It's like switching a delayed switch. So if I'm doing EEG, EEG, that's the values for it. When I switch to say ECG, it's giving me an old value. When I hit refresh, it gives me the new value. And I couldn't see anything wrong with this. So it must be the API that is playing up. Sorry for that. I'll just stop this stream and come back again later. There's like NBN guy needs to disconnect something. Disconnect my internet. I'll see you in a bit. Thank you.